welcome to ET Studio at MoEngage's Growth Summit in association with ET Brand Equity. And with me, we have Jyoti Arora, who is Head Customer Experience at Borosil. A very warm welcome, Jyoti ji.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Walk us through your role at Borosil. What is it that you do on a daily basis?
Well, I try to deal with customers in the best of capacity, which means that I head the consumer experience for Borosil. So Borosil is a name I think every household associates with. So we have tons of customers from different walks of life. So essentially, I take care of the entire consumer experience.
While there are multiple interviews that has been conducted, data being very sacred or precious to each organization, how is it that you are capitalizing on it different than what others are?
Actually, it's a very interesting question and it's very tricky also, because data, we all keep saying, data is very important, and yes, of course it is. But what is also essentially more important is, how you consolidate that data, especially for a brand like ours, right? Because we have people purchasing across channels. So right from my own website, where every data from the customer would be available, to an Amazon purchase where I have no customer data, and again to a retailer where again I have no customer data, right? So it's very fragmented for us. So one of the things that we try and do, especially for people who don't buy directly from us, we've started a QR code program. So what we essentially do is we paste QR codes on all our product boxes, and we encourage the customers to scan the QR code and register a warranty for the product. So what that essentially helps us do is get the customer data, the essential ones, which is phone number, email, stuff like that, right? And we also obviously give them a reward or a kind of a voucher around it for the scan. But what this helps me do is, other than people who've bought from my website, I'm able to capture this data and kind of consolidate into the CRM. So next time when this guy calls me, suppose he's bought a bottle and he's not happy with it or he wants some more information around it, I already have this information in my CRM if we scan the data. So it's very important and easy to identify that guy, have a quick chat with him and get it resolved, right? So consolidation one is something which is the focus, because till you don't have data at a particular system or in one place, then analyzing it becomes a little difficult. So this is one problem that we're trying to solve through the QR code. Obviously, the penetration is not very high. It's a work in progress. But this is something we're kind of doing now over a period of time.
Does your data enable the buying behavior of tier 2 versus, your Bombay, Delhi, Bangalore?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, all this data that we collect is then sent across to the digital teams who, kind of look at campaigns and marketing, because these are people who've not bought from us, right? So these are the people who bought from other channels, but again, Borosil customers. So it also gives you an in-depth insight into which people, who's more preferring to buy from a store vis-a-vis an Amazon and vis-a-vis our website. Basis that, you tailor campaigns, you send out promotional messages. You also send out messages to them to say, hey, we see that you bought this from an X place, or you bought this, which is a Borosil product. Were you happy with it? Do you want any help? Those kind of communications, and not only promotional. So that also creates like a bond building with the customer to say, oh, he knows that I bought his product. And, they're trying to reach out to me, say if I'm happy with the product. So that's like a small customer delight that we try to create.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for time, Jyoti ji, and look forward to many more conversations.
Thank you so much.
Meanwhile, for the ones who are viewing us, this interaction is only going to get better. So join us as we continue these series and have conversations that truly matter.